So good morning, students. Welcome back. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
1 minute, sir. I'll make you as a host. You can take the control.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let me put up the slides. Give me 1 minute. Guys, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So let's start the session. And I hope most of you know my me. I don't know who was there for the last production class, but anyways, let me introduce myself. My name is Naveen Kumar, and I did my bachelor's from IIT Kharagpur. Then I got passed out in 2012, and then I did my master's in IIT Hyderabad, and then I joined in the PSU. That's a heavy engineering corporation which is located in Ranchi, Jharkhand state. Okay, I worked there for 2 years. Then I joined into IIC Bangalore as a PhD student. Now I am in my final year. I should have completed by now because of COVID and all these things. It got delayed. So This is my short intro, and I have 5 years of experience in this gate classes across India, mostly South India. Okay, fine. So in today's topic, we are going to discuss industrial engineering. Before that, I want to know there are one, two, three, four, five people here: Artral, Praneeth, Rose, Sudarshan, and Swanit. So, how many of you are still in your third year, and how many of you are from fourth year, and how many of you have completed your B.Tech bachelor's? Can you respond in the chat, or can you tell me? Unmuting yourself.
Sir, myself, Sanit, I completed B.Tech.
You completed B.Tech. Very good. Very good. What about others?
Sir, myself, Sudarshan, I completed B
B. You also completed. So both
22 passed out.
22 passed out. Okay. Next.
Sorry, 21 passed out, sir. Sorry.
Okay. You are this year only. When you are getting you, it means that you are passed out.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Next. And what about others?
Sir,
Praneeth,
myself 2018 passed out.
2018 passed out. Praneeth also passed out. Okay, fine. So I think I got information from all of the guys. Fine. Now let me start the class. So it means that all of them have passed out, in the sense like you have some basic idea. So I think I hope I'll go a little in a good fast pace, not fast in the sense it's not very fast, like little, with an intention that some terminologies, like that's what my intention is. Okay. Okay, fine. So industrial, I think you might have done in your BTech days, but you might have not done in the gate point of view, because gate is having a very limited syllabus, and let's cover them. Okay. Okay. Why there is 1 minute? There is. Okay, fine. Okay. So today is class 1, and this is the syllabus for your gate. In the uh, you know if you go to the gate syllabus, and this year gate, I hope you might have applied it, right, sir? For 2022, I think the gate applications have been closed or still open. I don't know if it is in the end. So I hope you might have applied for it. And IIT Kharagpur is going to organize the 2022 gate. And this is the syllabus, pretty much same syllabus that they have followed. So we are going to discuss these 3 topics. One is production planning control, and inventory control, and operations research. So our order of discussion will be inventory control first, then operations research, and then production planning and control. We'll be discussing in this series 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So what is there in inventory control? We have deterministic models and safety stock inventory control systems. Deterministic in the sense it's a determined. There is no probability. There is no uncertainty. But safety stock models are also known as probabilistic models, where we have some uncertainty in demand and lead time. So we'll discuss. Don't worry about what is demand, what is lead time. Don't worry. I will define all of them, and will be discussed very neatly. Okay. And in operations research, we'll be discussing linear programming problems, simplex. In the linear programming, we'll be discussing about graphical methods, simplex method, transportation models, assignment models, network flow models, simple queuing models, PERT and CPM. All these things we'll be discussing in the operations research. And finally, we'll close off the industrial engineering syllabus with forecasting models, aggregate production planning, AGP, and scheduling. Okay, sequencing or scheduling, and then we'll be finally discussing the MRP, that is material requirement planning. Okay, let's proceed. So what is the what do you say, the weightage? People every time ask, sir, what is the weightage, sir? I just want to know, or what is the, because if you are knowing the weightage, what will happen is that you will be able to concentrate more on that. You'll be able to sit for more time and solve more problems, because there is a chance that you get more questions from that. Okay, so the weightage is 6.5 approximately, in the sense like you'll get approximately 6 to 7 marks. Sometimes it might go to 8 also, but on an average it will be 6 to 7 marks, or sometimes 5 also. So 5, 6, 7, 5 to 7 marks will be asked from this industrial engineering. It's and very important. Important in the sense it's very easy, right? So if you're going for fluid mechanics, if you're going for machine design, and if you're going for something else, you have some kind of a concept, and you have some kind of a basics that you need to have. If you want to understand the strength of materials, you should know something about mechanics, right? So all these things are important, but industrial engineering is mostly mathematical, right? So because what we do is optimization. That's it. And it's a very simple optimization. So you have to know certain rules and regulations, follow the rules and regulations, then you'll be able to get the answer very easily. Okay. So my humble request is that if you completely attend all the classes, and I give you 99% assurance that you'll be solving every question from your kit. Every question in the sense almost all the questions. Sometimes it might happen that the question is little out of domain or little out of syllabus. That is the place where you might not get to the point very easily. But if you're attending all the classes, I assure you that you get very nice understanding about this syllabus, and also it will be easily solving all the previous year questions, including the questions that are coming in the gate, future coming gate questions also. Okay. Okay, this is the weightage. Next. So generally, people say that like there is a difference between industrial engineer and a production engineer. So if you are joining in a company, let's say you got a company after PS, you got a job after clearing the gate with a very good score, and now after clearing the gate, either you'll be going into a manufacturing unit, or you'll be going into some kind of an R&D sector. What is R&D? R&D is nothing but research and development. Okay. So these are the two different places where you will be posted in. Generally, if you are a simple graduate trainee, right? So then, if you're going into the nice manufacturing unit like BHEL, like NTPC, all these things are my HAL, heavy. I mean, this what is it? Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. All these things are having heavy manufacturing units across India. Let's say you have been posted in this any of the manufacturing unit, and now you will be posted in there. You have so many sectors. Like maybe you'll be put in a design section where you have to draw the diagrams for the part diagrams. Maybe you will be joined as an industrial engineer, or maybe you'll be joined as a production manager, or maybe you'll be joining as a marketing man, like that. Marketing in the sense you have to sell your company, right? Like that. Now we are forgetting all of them. We'll be discussing only the difference between industrial engineer and a production manager. So let's go for a industrial engineer. So what is the main functionality of an industrial engineer? So what he is doing, what will he do? What he or she will do? What he or she will do is that they will try to optimize everything. They'll try to optimize everything in the sense, like let's say if they'll go to a machine and they'll see how much time it is working for. They'll go to I hope you might have seen the production bay. If you see the production bay, you have some machines like this, like machine one, right? No, machine two, right? Like that, you have some machines organized in a single plane, like this, and there are so many machines, and there is a path here, and there is another there are some other machines that are placed in like this. I hope you might have seen this during your BTech days, or maybe you might have visited as an intern in some company. You might have seen this kind of a setup, right? So now what happens is, this guy, industrial engineer, he goes to a machine. He doesn't uh, very much concerned about the technicalities. What is the tool he's using? How much depth of cut he's giving? What is the feed rate he's giving? He is not concerned about that. He's concerned about the time. How much one product is going to take? That is full of economics, right? How much time each product is going to take, and after a production of one item, if how much is the unloading time, what is the loading time, right? So all things he'll estimate about time, right? How much a worker is working there for some time. So he has to justify, because worker is getting paid, right? So he has to justify the production, the productivity he has to extract from the workers, from the machine, so all these things are very important. So if you see, The objective is to eliminate unproductive operations from production system in order to increase productivity. So he's trying to optimize everything, right? And also he's also involved with design, installation, improvement of production system, optimization again, right? That is what is the main aim. How much material is coming? What is the cost of it? All this cost associated things are dealt by an industrial engineer. Okay, and on contrary to industrial engineer, if you have, there is one more guy, a person who is working as production manager. Now this person is more concerned about the productivity. When productivity in the sense like the technicalities of production, what is the tool he is using, what is the material that he is using, how much is the depth of cut, what is the feed rate, right? And what is the coolant he is using? Is he using coolant? He is not using coolant. Okay, what is the RPM of machine, all settings of the machine, all these technicalities. Okay, what is the temperature generated? So he will be concerning about all these things, and also he'll be saying which part has to be produced when. Which part has to be produced when also will be decided by a production manager. He says that okay, machine one, today you have this 10 products, you have to manufacture this. Machine two, you have these two different products, each of 5 of each, you have to produce this. So the production manager will be having the routing sheets. Okay, routing sheets in the sense like for a single product. Let's say if you have some some kind of a product, some kind of cube, and there is there is some kind of a cylinder extracted, like there is some kind of a product that you have to manufacture. Now you have to from a block. Okay, let's assume that you have to produce some kind of a bolt like this. You have to produce some 500 bolts in a single day. So what you do, you have to take a circular block, then you turn it, then maybe you have threading, then you thread it. So what is the sequence of operation? The sequence of operation also will be decided by the routing sheets, and routing sheets will be made with the help of production manager, because he is the one who is in charge of that way. Okay. I hope you understood the difference between the industrial engineer and production manager. Okay, so fine. So everything, please remember, as we are discussing about the as we are discussing about the industrial engineer, so it's improvement. This is what is very important, and this is nothing but optimization. Okay, fine. Hope you got the understanding of each one, right? And now let's go into the our topic, because I told you that I'll be discussing inventory control, right? So we'll be jumping into the inventory control. So can anyone define what is inventory control, sir? Guys, can anyone define, or can even, I don't want definition, except textbook definition, just a simple layman understanding of inventory. Anyone who can help me with that? Hello.
Sir, basically, inventory means listing out all the projects, all the materials which are in stock.
Okay. You are
So
keeping
this will help.
Yeah.
This will help in the further year to reduce the unwanted stocks like that.
Okay, very good, Abdul. Any other? Somebody was also unmuting themselves. Any other guy who wants to tell something about inventory? Okay, fine. Abdul, you're right. You're in a layman term. If I don't know anything, if I'm a simple person without any technicality, also will understand. That is what is it. For further use, you're putting some amount, some kind of a what you say stock with you, that you'll be using in the further time or in future, right? So see, for maintaining the understanding, so for me to tell you the basic nice idea of inventory, I won't take example of a manufacturing unit, but I'll take a day-to-day life example, because that will be you can easily relate yourself to that example. So let me take an example of a soap. Let me take an example of soap, or maybe a toothpaste, daily usage item. Why I'm taking this item? Because you can easily relate, you can easily understand what is happening. Okay. So what is, let's say you will take some kind of, daily usage item, that is soap. Okay. Now, what now soap? What is that? Let's say you will be, let's say you have some soap, and you will be using, and monthly maybe some item of soaps are required. Maybe some, let's say 10 soaps are required in a month. Let's assume that, or 12 soaps are required in a month. Okay. So now, guys, if you go to the grocery shop, if you go to the grocery shop, how many soaps are you going to buy? Are you going to buy one again, one? Like every time you complete your soap, you're going to shop and you're going to buy one? Or is it like, okay, I'll go to shop and I'll buy some 100 soaps together and come back? So what is the amount of soaps that you're going to buy, sir? Anyone? I'm asking. Yeah, Arthur.
Sir, actually, this buying process depends on academic year. For example, if you are planning a budget for a month,
Yeah.
we have to plan the soap for a month. If you are planning the budget for a year, then we have to buy the soap for a year.
For let's say we are planning for month here. Let's assume, but generally we'll do it for a year. Let's, for an example, for our understanding sake, we are assuming that it is for 1 month. How many soaps you are going to buy?
Then first month we have to buy 12,
Okay.
and we have to
So 12 I
observe.
wrote, 12 I wrote in a simple manner that, so you know that 12 are the soaps that you are going to use it. You know it, right?
Yes.
You know it. That's the reason you are applying, you are buying it 12. But
Yes.
But can you buy one like so for like 4 days one soap has been completed, you go to grocery shop and come again, 4 days you'll go to grocery shop and come again, 4 days you'll go to grocery shop and come? That is not an ideal thing, right?
Yeah.
And also you can't go and buy for 50 soaps at a single time and come back, because if you're taking the 50 soaps, if you're buying 50 soaps at a time, they might get damaged, they might get they might get expiry date also, we don't know, right? So neither you can buy a least amount of item, or you can buy a high number of items. You have some optimum number of items, and that depends upon cost also. Am I right?
Yeah, sir.
Because let's say uh, uh, let's say if you are buying 12 soaps, let's assume that you are buying 12 soaps, okay, and are you going to use this 12 soaps in a single day? No, one only will be in use, right? This will be in use. And what about the rest 11? What about the rest 11? What are they doing?
Will be in stock.
They will be in stock. Yes, they will be in stock. And what is this called? Inventory. Right? That is used, that stock which will be used in further. Right? That will be used in further, in the sense, like you can see here, if I read the definition here, inventory can be termed as stock on hand at a given point of time, which will have purpose for later use or sale. So you are using it later, or sometimes it's, let's say this is not an example, so let's say we'll take an example of mobile. You are running a mobile store for a month. Let's say you expected that this would be my uh, 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 you know 100 mobiles will be expected. I'm saying that we have to calculate actually, but I'm telling you just for a simple guess, that person is buying some 100 mobiles and putting it in his store. So in a single day 100 mobiles can be sold out, we don't know, but generally it won't happen. So in a single day, let's say 10 mobiles have been sold out, rest 90 mobiles will be in store itself, right? And that he'll be selling it the later, right? So whatever the stock that is there in our hand, which is not in use, and we are storing it for the further use, that is called inventory. That is the neat explanation of inventory. I hope you all of you got this point. Okay. So what is the importance of this inventory? Why are we doing this inventory? How? Because I told simply like 12, but I don't know how much I have to buy, because I have to minimize my cost. So what is that problem? So let's say Now I told you that if I buy single soap, once one soap is completed, I am buying one soap. Again I am buying one soap. Again I am buying one soap. Like that, 12 times I am buying one soap. Let us assume that instead of going to grocery shop, I am buying this. Instead of that, I am ordering it. Let's say, okay. For every single order, I am paying the delivery charge, right? And here there is a delivery charge. Here there is a delivery charge. Here there is a delivery charge. Even though a person who is coming and delivering 12 items, 100 items, 200 items, 1000 items, it doesn't matter. Delivery charge will be same, right? If somebody is ordering some 10 at a time, delivery charge will be same. One item also delivery charge will be same. So if you're buying a single item, your delivery charge will be increased because for buying 12 items, 12 times you are trying to pay the delivery charge, right? Let's say you're buying some 100 items, suddenly 100 soaps you bought it because you found out that the cost is less. Some cost is less like that, or maybe you thought that who will order again and again. I bought it 100. You bought it so many soaps, right? Now what happened? How many you're using? You're one you're using, and 99 you're putting it in stock, and that is at risk, no? Because 99 you have to put it in your cupboard and you have to take care of it. Let's say instead of soap, you are having some valuable item. You have some valuable item, right? Now this valuable item you can't keep in simply a cupboard. You have to put in some kind of a almirah, and you have to buy that almirah. And let's assume in a manufacturing domain, let's say you have to save, you have to put that item in a very constrained environment where the temperature is not above certain time. So you have to buy one kind of a refrigerated box, and you have to connect it to the power, and you have to keep the rest of the items in the refrigerated box for longer times until unless all the things are used. So you are externally paying some money for maintaining that. That is called carrying or holding. We are maintaining. Maintenance cost is more if you are trying to buy more, right? So here maintenance cost is more. So quantity is more, maintenance cost is more. Quantity is less, delivery charge is more. So it's not less, it's not more. Then how much? How much you have to buy? How many items you have to keep in your hand so that you will not get lost, right? So that is the main aim. That is the main aim of your inventory. Okay. So let me erase this. I hope I made myself clear. Any doubt, sir? Any doubt in this, guys? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir, we can proceed.
I can proceed. Okay, thank you. Okay, fine. So this is the important point, that is stock on hand, and this is for later use or sale. Okay, and so it has an economic value, and it may include raw material, work in progress. So what are included? Raw material also is included. Here it is finished good, right? This soap is a finished good, right? Because you have already um, uh, buying the product which is already manufactured completely. So raw material also can be a inventory. Work in progress in the sense some work is being manufactured, that also can be inventory. Semi-finished in the sense like sub-assemblies also can be an inventory, and finished product also. Final in the sense finished product also can be an inventory. So all this is simply considered as an inventory. Okay. So inventory control. What is inventory control? Controlling the inventory. How much? How many items? So that is what is important, right? Oh, 1 minute. How many items? That is important. That is how much Q you have to buy. So here I am denoting Q as quantity. Please remember Q as quantity, but I in the further slides I'll let you know the terminologies. But as of now, how much is the quantity? How many items? So inventory control means making the desired item of required quality and required quantity. Quality you forget, quantity is important for us. Available to various departments when needed. So that is what is inventory control. Quality in the sense like it should not be damaged. That's what is that. You have to maintain it properly. That is what they're meaning it. Okay, fine. Next. So inventory control, as we are discussing about cost. sir, this delivery charge is increasing, the maintenance cost is increasing. So based on this thing, we'll be discussing about some different costs. Those are associated with the inventory. Okay. So what are the different costs those are associated with the inventory? Let me take this. Okay. The first cost that is associated with the inventory is purchase cost. And purchase cost, let me write as PC. Okay. What is purchase cost? Purchase cost is nothing but, let's say you're buying here 12. So 12 into cost of each item, right? So the number of units you are buying into cost per each unit. That is the purchase cost, right? So purchase cost I can write as number of units purchased into cost per unit. Okay. So for example, let's say if you are buying some 100 items you are purchasing, and cost per unit price is 50. So then 50,000 is your purchase cost. Okay. In the same way, let me, okay, take another one. This is first one. That is second. That is ordering cost. Ordering cost. Ordering cost is generated by OC. What is ordering cost? Here it is for us it will be delivery, because we are ordering something, because as you have ordered, he is charging you something. The person is charging you something, and that is called ordering cost. Okay. Or sometimes ordering, it's also known as setup cost. Setup cost means if you are having a manufacturing unit, right? If you want to produce something, you have to have machinery, you have to have persons, you have to have some labor, right? So for manufacturing something, how much is the setup cost? How much is the cost that you are, spending for manufacturing certain item, right? That is called setup cost. But don't worry, I'll tell you about each of everything in a complete next slide there. So the ordering cost, OC, is given as number of orders, how many times you are putting your order, into cost per each order. Okay, ordering cost is number of orders into cost per each order. Number of orders into cost per each order. So here in our previous example, if you are buying one at a time, so how many orders you have to put? 12 orders you have to put. 12 into, let's say, order of each cost, cost per order, cost for each order is 10 rupees. So you have to pay 120 rupees for buying one item each at single time. Let's say if you are buying 12 soaps at a single time, then what is the ordering cost? Only 10 rupees, because single order you have done. So number of orders, single order into 10 rupees. If you are buying single item, then 120 rupees you are paying as your ordering cost itself. So if you are buying 12 items in a single go, you are paying only 10 rupees. Okay, that is what is the ordering cost. And next is holding cost or carrying cost. Right? That is what is your maintaining cost, maintenance. Okay, so that is holding cost, or it's also known as carrying cost. And it is denoted by CC. Okay, and don't worry, these all things have been put in a slide. Don't worry about this writing. We have slides here. I'll write that neatly again. This is only for understanding. Okay, carrying cost. So carrying cost. Okay, now the formula for carrying cost is very important to know. What is that? So the carrying cost is given as average inventory into carrying cost per unit per time. I'll tell you. Okay, so what is the understanding here? So let's say I'll plot time on x-axis and quantity on y-axis, the quantity that you have ordered. Okay, let's say. So this is your inventory, maximum inventory level here is, okay, because at time t0 you have some quantity this much. As time is progressing, what is happening? Your quantity is getting consumed, right? Your quantity is getting consumed, and it is becoming zero, right? So let's say if you're ordering 12, initially when you ordered at some time, you got 12 items, and as the time is producing, it is going to zero, right? It might take 1 month. This time t might be 1 month, let us assume. Okay. Now, as this 12 to 0, it is going. So here this maximum quantity is there. Here it is minimum quantity is there, right? And at this time some quantity, at this time some quantity is there, right? So the quantity that you are having is not constant throughout the period. So that what I'll do is that I'll take the average quantity. What is the average quantity? 12 plus 0 by 2. 12 plus 0 by 2 is your average, right? So what is 12? 12 is q, right? So q plus 0 by 2 will give you q by 2. This is your average quantity or average inventory, I can say, because that quantity is in inventory. So that's the reason why I'll take this average inventory for a period. This is your period, right? This is your first ordering period. Again, next order like this, right? So let me erase this. This is the reason why I am taking the average, inventory. I'll draw the diagram again, don't worry. So is CC is average inventory for a period into carrying cost in the sense, I'll tell you, carrying cost per unit per time. So what is this per unit per time, sir? So you got average inventory. So on an average, some q by 2 quantity you're carrying from time 0 to some time t. Okay. Now what is the carrying cost? So let's say if you're having some object, some item that you have to put in a special environment. You have to put it in some special environment. For each item, you're spending some money, right? For freezing that, let's say you have to freeze it. Let us assume you are spending some money, right? And that money will be per unit and per time also. Why time? Just how much time you are putting into your fridge. If you're putting for 1 day, it will be different. If you're putting for 10 days, it will be different, right? So that is why we are writing carrying cost per unit per time. Per time is very important here. Okay, fine. So let me go to another one, that is last one, that is shortage cost. Shortage or stock out cost. And it is denoted by SC. Okay. So what is a shortage or stock out? So let's say if somebody is coming, let's say we are running some mobile shop, let's assume, and somebody is coming and asking, give me one mobile, so and so model. If you are saying, no, I don't have that mobile, can you come 2 days after? That is a big problem, and that is giving you some loss, or that is incurring some kind of a cost. Can you say why, sir? Can you say why? If somebody is coming and saying, asking you some kind of for service, and if you are unable to provide that service, it means that you're in loss. Why? Anyone? Nice. Yeah, Sudarshan.
Sir, they will be not coming after that birth.
Yes, you are right. They won't come again. You are right. And also,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
instead of They coming, they'll tell some 100 people, don't go there, right?
They'll be giving some comments about
Yes, they will give a bad, review to the
review.
stock, right? So in a way, what is happening? You're losing the customer's goodwill. The customer goodwill will be lost. And second, let's say if he's buying that mobile, and if he is selling that mobile, if the customer, if the retailer is selling the mobile, let's say, he would have got some profit, no? He is losing that profit also, right? So like that. So mainly he is losing the customer's goodwill, and also he is losing the profit that he is supposed to get if he would have sold that. So that is a shortage cost, and I'm not writing here shortage cost. That I'll write shortage cost is nothing but average shortage or shortage into the shortage cost per unit per time, like average inventory. But here, as there is no space, I'm not writing here. But anyways, in slides it is there. I'll write. Okay. So fine. So let me proceed. So again, same things I'll be repeating here in the slides neatly. Okay. Okay. Purchase cost, PC. Okay. So it is the cost for purchasing inventory item, and it depends upon quantity or bulk purchased. Okay. So I'll write clearly here, purchase cost is equal to number of units purchased into cost per each unit. Okay, that is what is your purchase cost is. And I will denote this cost as C small u. C small u represents cost per each unit. In the sense, if a single soap is costing you 50 rupees, then CU is 50 rupees. A single mobile is costing you 5,000 rupees, CU is 5,000 rupees. Like that. Okay, fine. Next. Next is ordering cost or setup cost. Okay, ordering cost or setup cost. So you can write ordering cost as OC, or you can write setup cost as STC. I'm not writing SC because SC is for shortage. That's why I'm writing as STC. Please remember, please don't forget about, don't confuse between SC and STC. STC is setup cost, SC is shortage cost. Okay. So if you see here, I've already clearly mentioned ordering cost. When the inventory is purchased from outside, the cost associated with bringing inventory within the production system is termed as ordering cost. It includes cost of tender, processing cost, paperwork, communication, inspection cost, transportation cost, all will be included. Why delivery charge is there? Because that fellow is bringing the item from some place. Let's say if you are ordering something in Amazon or Flipkart, sometimes it says that it is somewhere in Punjab. It is started in Punjab, that it has to start in a train or maybe plane or maybe, I don't know, via road transport. It will come to via different routes. It will come, and from there again a delivery person has to take a bike and he has to deliver that to you. And in between there are so many communications that are going on, right? So all these things will be coming under the ordering cost, and that is what he is taking from you as a delivery charge. Okay. So this is when you are trying to put a finished good or a completed item, final item as a item that you want to bring to your production system, to your home. But setup cost is nothing but it is a little different but same. What is that? When inventory items are produced internally, so here you are trying to buy outside and use it. Here, if you want to buy a soap, you're buying it outside and you're bringing it to your home and using. Instead of buying a soap, you're having a company which is manufacturing soap, let's say, right? So inventory items are produced internally. You're producing internally. You are producing internally, and as that is being produced, you're using. Let's say you are running some Ayurvedic soap and you are producing yourself and you use it. But it's not like that. For after completing one soap, you'll produce another and then produce. It's not like that, right? You will keep on producing it, and the extra items will be put in the garage or in a cupboard, and you'll be one and one you'll be taking and using it, right? So now what is setup cost? When the inventory items are produced internally, the cost associated with bringing a shutdown production system again to fully working conditions is termed as setup cost. But don't worry about shutdown. Let's say from zero to full. Let's say you don't have anything, you don't have a company, you have thought of keeping a company. If you thought keeping the thought of company till the achievement of the company, so you have to buy the machines, you have to buy the material, you have to buy the labor, you have to pay, not buy, you have to pay the labor, you have to put a complete, you have to buy the land. All these things are very important, right? So you see here, it includes management, maintenance cost, schedule cost, preparation cost, cost associated with bringing, not bring in, bringing the raw material, arrangement of workers, tools, etc. So all these things will be considered as a setup cost. So in the first scenario, finished good. In the second scenario, you are trying to manufacture your product itself, right? So if in these cases, I'll write ordering cost is equal to number of orders into cost per order. Okay, and setup cost is nothing but number of setups guys. 1 minute, I have to put my garbage out. 1 minute, huh? Sorry for this. Hello, guys. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fine. Fine. So number of setups into cost per each setup. Okay. And cost per each setup and ordering cost per each order are both are denoted by the same what you say, the representation, that is CO, C small o. Okay, that is your cost per each order. Right. Let's proceed. And next one is the holding cost. That is the, yeah, that's what is C, I can write HC, but generally I prefer CC, carrying cost. Carrying cost. Okay. So what is that? It is the cost associated with storing, keeping, and maintaining inventory within the production system. Okay. It includes shortage cost, sorry, storage, not shortage. It includes storage cost, handling cost, damage and depreciation cost. So what do you mean by depreciation, sir? Anyone?
The
Depreciation.
depreciation means the value of the product will be getting
Reduced
reduced
over the
on a
period of time.
timeline.
Yes, yes. Because
For example, if you
yeah,
are buying a vehicle, it will be a cost at purchase,
yes.
but after some period, it will be degrading.
You're right, sir. Absolutely right. Amazing. Very good. Very good. And insurance. You might have insurance also, right? Like you are having insurance for 3 years only. After that, if you're still maintaining it, your insurance also is lost, right? Like that. Interest of loans, because you have taken loan from somewhere and you have bought some lump amount of items. So everything will be coming under this holding cost. Okay. And important is that, very important is that this cost depends upon quantity and period. Instead of quantity alone, I told you, right? Cost per unit is quantity, per time is period. Okay. So that's very important. Quantity and period. Okay. This cost depends upon the quantity and period for which inventory is stored. Okay. Very important. Okay. And what is carrying cost? Carrying cost is equal to average inventory for a period into carrying cost per what, sir? What should I say?
Per unit time.
Per unit per time. Excellent. Nice response. Very good. And here I'll represent this as CC. Okay. Fine. Now last is
Sir,
yeah.
I am having one doubt, sir.
Sure.
Can we go back to the previous slide?
Yeah.
Yeah, here also the maintaining cost will be included in the holding.
Okay.
But I think go back to the second one, that is that OC. Here also it includes maintenance cost.
See, this maintenance is not the maintenance of item. This maintenance about machine.
Setup. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice observation. Very nice. You are very attentive. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah. So the shortage or stock out cost. Okay, and it is denoted by SC. Okay. Fine. So the shortage simply means absence of inventory, and the loss associated with not serving the customer is termed as shortage or stock out cost. Okay. It is the penalty cost that are incurred as a result of running out of stock. Right. What is the penalty here? You're losing the
Profit.
Profit. That's what it is. It includes potential profit loss. Please understand, potential profit loss in the sense you're losing the profit. That is called potential profit loss. And let's say sometimes if you are very eager to sell, eager to serve the customer, you say, sir, can you come in the evening? So first when you say in 2 days, you might have seen a very bad face expression of the customer. Then you thought like maybe this fellow will do bad thing. Will publicity of my shop will be very bad if this fellow is not served. So what you do? So can you come in the evening? So what you do the fast transportation. You spend some extra money somewhere so that you get it by evening. And again, it is loss for you. And also you may say that like, sir, I'm very sorry. We are unable to serve you this. You come 2 days after, I'll give you 10% discount. Again, it is a loss, right? Like that. So like that, it is including everything. So the shortage also will be depending upon the time here. So this is shortage is equal to number of units short into shortage cost per unit per time here also. Shortage cost per unit short.
No time, sir. How time?
Because if at all this thing is this thing, it will go to this thing like back. This is your shortage, right? Negative, right? Here also, how much time you're waiting is important, right? Is it 2 days? Is it 1 day? Is it 10 days? It will depend upon time. Am I right or wrong? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it will depend upon time. Okay. Generally, this is in some books, it won't be mentioning the time, but I mentioned that it's very important. Okay. Here it is CS, small cs. Okay. I hope you understood all the costs. We have discussed 4 different costs. Then let's proceed. Now, okay, fine. Let's discuss something. Let's forget till here. We forget in the sense like let's jump into some other thing. That's called characteristics of inventory. So what is the characteristic? Inventory are having 2 different, 4 different characteristics depending upon the status of the inventory. Depending upon the status of the inventory, it is categorized into 4 different categories. Okay. So one is transit or pipeline inventory. Okay. What is transit or pipeline inventory? Inventory which is in transport, which is in transit. Your order is in processing. Your order is being transferred from one place to another place, or your order is in what you say, delivery state. So why that is inventory? Because it is your product now. You bought money, you gave money to them. Let's say it is not. Let's assume that cash and delivery is not there. You paid money. It is your item, and it is not yet reached to you, and that is called pipeline inventory. There is no much significance here, but still there is a term for it. Okay. So inventory cannot provide service while in transportation, and such inventory is called transit or pipeline inventory. That's it. Okay. And next, this is very important. Next is buffer or safety stock. This is also one of its kind. What is that called? Let's say I'll take you one example. Let's take an example. Let's say we all 5 people. We are 4 and me 5. We are going to a tour or maybe trekking. We are going for a trekking or else tour also, and we have planned it for 10 days. Okay, so let me write. Okay, so where is this? Let me take this ink. Okay, or we have planned for a tour or maybe some kind of trekking. Okay, so now we have planned it for 10 days. Let's assume. Okay, and each day we are assuming that we are using a pair of trousers, like one shirt and one pant, right? So one pair. So how many pairs you are going to take, sir? How many pairs you are going to take for trekking, guys?
10 pair.
10, pakka. 10 only will take generally.
No, sir. If you for in case of emergency, maybe 2 sets may extra can be packed.
Right? So you might, if I am there, I would have taken some 10 plus some 2. I would have taken them, right? And these are extra pairs, right? And this extra is because you don't know what is going to happen. Maybe maybe during trekking you might have got stuck, or you might have got dirty. Maybe it got rained, right? So you have to you have to change the trousers, so that is the reason why extra. But let's say in that period nothing has happened, still the 2 pants and shirts you are keeping in your luggage or you are keeping in your bag and you're carrying it. Am I right? Let's say you are keeping in your rucksack. Rucksack is the kind of a bag who is used by these trekkers. Okay, you're putting in that rucksack, and that weight you are carrying all through the mountains. If you're having less weight, it would have been good, but you're carrying all through the mountains. But because why? You don't know anything can happen. and the two pairs are not used until unless the situation is coming. It will be used only in some kind of very bad or adverse situations. Okay, so that is called your buffer or safety stock. Okay, so it is the minimum amount of inventory kept throughout the year, and it is used during adverse conditions to prevent stock out. Like mobile shop also. So he's having some 40. So sometimes did you go to any shop? If you let's say you are a very regular customer to that shop, and let's say you are the regular customer, I'm not a regular customer. Let's say I went first and asked for the mobile. He told, no sir, it is out of stock. Can you come tomorrow? And you went after some time, and he'll go to some other place and he'll bring it because you are a regular customer, and that item that he has saved as a buffer is giving to you because he doesn't want to lose you. That is an adverse condition only. That is also an adverse condition, right? Like that. So it is help for protecting against fluctuation in demand during lead time. Lead time, don't worry. What is lead time? Lead time. Okay, let me come to lead time. Then I'll go back to here. Okay, lead time. Lead time is nothing but it is the time gap between placing an order and inventory in hand, so that it is used for consume. So placing an order. Let's say you have placed your order today. What is today's date? Today's date is 21/9/2021. Okay, let's and it is taking some 10 days to get your delivery to get into the hand. Let's say it is taking some 10 days. Okay, and it is how many 10 days? 10 days means what? Let's say it is 31st. 30 no 31st is not there in September, right? So let's go to 1st October. 1st October 21. Okay, 10 days. So this when what is this placing an order? This is the place at which you have ordered, right? And inventory in hand, in the sense this is the time at which you have received your order, right? So it is a time gap between placing an order and inventory. So what is the time gap? This is the time gap, right? This is the time gap. This is the time gap. That is called lead time. Okay, so here LT is 10 days. Okay, so that is what is lead time. Now knowing this, you can go here. It is held for protecting against the fluctuation in demand in lead time. Lead time fluctuation means what? You're placing an order, you're getting an order. In between, it is in transit. You can't use it. But yet, if some customer is asking, because you have ordered some 100, you ordered some 100 mobiles, and you want to get some 100 mobiles, you didn't get that 100, and suddenly in between these 10 days, some 40 people have come, or some 60 people have come. You planned for something, some 60 people have come, extra people have come. That extra will be taken out by this buffer stock. Okay, that is what is the use. That is what is the fluctuations during lead time. Fluctuation in the sense during lead time also, during this time also, the demand will be there. If there is a fluctuation, that will be satisfied by this buffer stock. Very important. Very important to remember. Okay. It is never required under normal working conditions, used only under adverse conditions to prevent stock out. Okay, fine. Let's proceed. Now, and these are the two which is having very least significance, but anyways, we'll discuss that. That is seasonal inventory or anticipation inventory. Okay, seasonal inventory is nothing but these demands of items change with the seasonal changes, seasonal variations. In the sense, let's say now it is rainy season, right? Like if it is rainy season, what do we have? We have umbrellas running in the system, right? Rainy season. If it is rainy season, let's say, so the umbrellas will have more demand, right? That variations they are saying have seasonal inventory. So you have to put umbrellas in your stock for more. You can't put umbrellas in stock in during summer, right? Or maybe you can use some raincoats like that. Okay. So you have to put raincoats in your stock for more, right? To serve the customer as good as possible, as better as possible. Okay. And anticipation inventory is nothing but these inventories are built up to meet anticipated demand in the future, like big sales forecast, government policy change, price hike, shutdown, all these things. So anticipation in the sense something, let's say uh, they in Flipkart and Amazon, no, they say that like in a year I will be putting sale for three times big sale, that big billion day, this day, that day. Because of that, more orders will be there. The demand will be very high during that time. So you have to anticipate, or you have to put ready. You have to keep ready. Okay, okay, I have to be ready for that, and you are keeping this inventory, and that is called anticipation inventory. Or maybe let's say price hike. The government is going to announce saying that like from 20 from 10 after next month the price is going to change. So based on that, you should be able to anticipate and keep the right amount of inventory so that you are serving the customer as good as possible, as better as possible. So that is what is called anticipation inventory. Okay. And next is, after dealing with the characteristics, we'll be dealing with the classification. Okay. Classification. There are two different type of inventories. One is direct inventory, another is indirect inventory. Okay. So direct inventory in the sense, yeah.
Sir, just a second. Can we go for the before slide?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. And please do not write it. Okay. I'll give this slide. You know that, right?
Okay, sir.
Don't write. Don't write. Just listen. If you are having some kind of formulas like this, you can write in a rough sheet or a rough page, so that when you're solving problems, you can use the formula. That's it. All these slides will be provided to you. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. Now, so there is this thing, direct inventory and the indirect inventory. What is direct inventory? Direct inventory is nothing but the product that you're trying to buy. That is what is your raw material, semi-finished good, finished good, sub-assembly. All these things are there, right? And what is indirect inventory? Indirect inventory is nothing but, let's say I told you you have to maintain a certain item in a freezer. What is the electricity charge of that freezer? Or what is the if a security guard is posted at that place for maintaining, because that is very costly, let's say how much you are paying, that those are not included in the direct inventories, right? Because that is not related to the product. It is related to the product, but in an indirect way. So that is the difference between direct inventory and indirect inventory. In direct inventory, again we have dependent and independent. Okay, so let me see here first. The inventories which play a direct relation in maintaining the product, in manufacturing of a product, and become an integral part of the finished product, are called direct inventories. Example: raw material purchase, part, and finished good. So all the parts. Let's say you have, um, some car, and it is what is called direct inventory, right? How many cars you have to produce in a single year is an inventory. You are manufacturing some 100 cars and keeping it ready. Somebody is ordering, you are getting it. And next is car. How many car will have some wheels, right? Am I right? Car will have some wheels, right? And wheels will have some tires, right? Tires. And now this is independent. This is independent. Sorry, independent, because it is not depending upon anything. Car is a whole product, right? And this is dependent on what? Dependent on number of cars that are being manufactured, right? In the sense, if you're estimating, or if you're saying that if you're trying to keep 100 cars in the inventory, it means that 100 cars have to be manufactured. It means that 100 into 4, 100 into 5, including the Stephanie. Okay, so 500 tires. So on which this 500 value has been calculated based on the number of cars, independent values. So all these things will be going into the direct inventories, which are directly related to your product, right? And indirect inventories are nothing but, indirect inventories include those items which are necessarily required for manufacturing but do not become the component of finished product, like oil, grease, lubricants, petrol, office material, maintenance material, etc., etc., etc. So many things, printers, because you'll be taking so many printers, you'll be having so many computers, all these things, no, maintain internet charges, all these things, no, those are not included, but those are used to manufacture that, but you are not directly related, indirectly related to that. Okay, so it is difficult to compute, and it is projected with the help of, so indirect inventories you can project with the help of forecasting. Okay, so we will be calculating on the direct inventories. Okay, okay. With this, we'll enter into the next topic, that is called inventory review systems. Inventory review systems. Okay, so we have two type of inventory review systems. Okay, let me write that. One is queue system. Okay, another is called P system. Okay, so what is queue system? Queue system is also known as fixed order system. And this is known as reorder level system, also is another name for this. Okay, these are the different names, and different name for P system is fixed period system. Or it is known as periodic review system. Okay, so what is this reorder level? I'll tell you. See, so let's say we have some time and we have some quantity Q. Okay, and it is starting at some high quantity Q, and it is ending up to be 0 as the time is being proceeded. Okay, let me. Okay, and one more thing is that you will not never wait. You will never wait till all the quantity is becoming 0. You will order before itself, right? You will order before itself. Somewhere you'll order it here. And what is this, sir? What is this? You're ordering here and you're receiving here. What is this? Was it
Lead time.
Yes,
Lead time.
excellent, sir. Excellent, amazing lead time, right? See, listening classes in the early morning is very nice, right? Very good. So fine. So now at this lead time, it means that at this point of placing your order, your quantity is not 0. Your quantity is some quantity. And what is the quantity? And that is called your reorder level. This is called your ROL. Sometimes it's also known as ROP. ROP is reorder point. ROL is reorder level. Okay. ROL is reorder level. So you're using time. Like let's say this is full month, 1 month. Let's say this time from here till end is 1 month, let's say, and you're ordering at 20th day, let's say. So based on time, you are saying this is the lead time at which you have to order. Based on quantity, you are saying, let's say if it is 12 soaps and you are left with some 4 soaps. Now looking at the quantity, you are saying that, okay, let me order. That is called your reorder level. So the time at which, the level at which you are going to order the next order is called reorder level. You are reordering at so and so level, and that is called reorder level here. I hope you got the point. Okay, the corresponding this thing is reorder level. Okay, fine. So what is this Q system, P system? Let me discuss in the coming slide. Okay, so fixed order system, that is Q system, right? Okay, fixed order system, that is queue system. What is that? In the system, as inventory decreases to reorder level, fresh orders. Okay, fine. Let me draw the diagram. Then you can easily understand what is fixed order system. Okay, so this is the quantity that you're ordering in each order. Okay, let's say quantity Q is there, and no matter when you're ordering, you have to order this quantity, fixed quantity you're ordering. So let's say first month you have ordered this much, and let's say for 2 months you have ordered this much. Let's say for 15 days also you have ordered this much only. Why these times are varying, sir? Because let's say whenever, it doesn't matter when you're ordering, because here at 0th month you ordered, at after completing first month, let's say this T1 1 month, after 1 month also you ordered same thing, after 2 months also you ordered same thing. Fixed order, fixed quantity is placed in at any point of time. This system, in the system, size of order is fixed, but the time of order is variable. Okay, so how can I interpret this? Let's say in the first this month you are alone and you are using all your 12 soaps. Next time you went to some relative's home, or you went to some place, you went to your relative's home, let's say. So you are not using the quantity, right? You are not using the soap anymore, and you came after some 15-20 days, and the rest of the soaps you have used it till 1.5 months, so time has increased. Now what you did, will after you going there, you brought your relatives back, you told them come here, they came now. So in that year, in that thing, what happened, the quantity has been completed very fast because your relatives are at home. So it doesn't matter when you're ordering, how much quantity is same. Q. This is fixed order system. In a way, the next is fixed period system, that is P system. What is fixed period system? Now time is fixed. Okay, now time is fixed. Okay, the time interval is fixed. You will say that I don't know, I'll order one order at fixed time like this, right? Maybe I'll order some more quantity here, maybe I'll order some less quantity here. So in irrespective of time, this is T, this is T, this is T, you're ordering some Q1, here you're ordering some Q2, you're ordering some Q3. Okay, this is called fixed period system. In the system, inventory level is reviewed after a fixed period of time, and a fresh order for variable quantity is placed at the point. In the system, size of order is variable, but time of placing order is fixed. Okay, so this is the difference between your fixed period system and fixed order system. You can follow anything, but in our generally, mostly in our things, we'll be using this. Both are same, Q and T are same, and sometimes we'll see some questions have been asked in cases where fixed order system has been asked, and sometimes we have seen some questions where fixed period also has been asked. So don't worry, this is the different systems, and we have to deal accordingly. Okay, let's proceed. So I'll go, it's 8:30 already, but I'll go 5 minutes ahead because I have started class little late because of my computer update, because my computer was updating automatically when I opened in the morning. So let me go 5 minutes ahead and I'll stop the class for today. Okay, is it okay, guys?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, fine. Now, so fine. So these are the review systems. Now let's enter into the deterministic and prob. Now we are on track. We have completely defined each and every stuff, like what are the characteristics, what are the classifications, what is lead time, what is buffer stock, what are the different costs, purchase cost, ordering cost, carrying cost, shortage cost, all the things we have discussed, right? Now we are entering into our syllabus, that is deterministic models and probabilistic models. In your syllabus, you will see deterministic and safety stock models. Okay, but safety stock is nothing but probabilistic models, and why it is called safety stock also I tell you. Okay, so deterministic inventory models. So please from here should be more attentive. Okay, more attentive. So deterministic inventory models. In deterministic inventory models, demand rate and lead time are fixed. Okay, demand rate and lead time are fixed. Why? So in the initial example, I told 12 soaps. How did you know 12? Are you sure it is 12? How did you know 12? Why did I come up with that number? Anyone?
So for that, we have to do some study or audit like that. We have to perform a trial and error, and we have to fix that.
It means that through experience. Can I say that?
Yeah.
And if at all that value is through experience, it is fixed. That's it. And there is no assumption. If anything can happen, because the 12 you're ordering, sometimes you're not at home, sometimes somebody is coming to your home, maybe one soap has gone into the sink. We don't know. Anything can happen. But in an idealistic world, everything is going in perfect way. We are thinking that 12, that's it. I know it. That is what is your demand rate. Your demand rate in the sense your consumption. So demand rate and consumption rates are same. So what is this D? So I'll denote D as demand rate or consumption rate. Okay. So if you want to see this in the plot, okay, this is what you say, this is what lead time, right? And this corresponding to lead time, we have what is this, sir? ROL, and this is some quantity Q, and this slope, the slope of this, the slope here is your D, that is your demand rate. Okay. And here lead time also is fixed in the sense what? If you are thinking that my order is getting delivered in 4 days, it is saying in Amazon or whatever thing, or maybe some order. That's it. 4 days only it is taking. 4 days only. That's it. There is no alternative. You can't think of any saying that like the delivery got delayed, that this thing is not allowed. Fixed. That's it. It is fixed. So you assume it to be constant. That's why it is called deterministic. It's not probabilistic. Why? You're not including any risk elements in that. You're not including any what's a real life world conditions into that. So deterministic model, very idealistic model. Okay, that is what your demand rate and lead time are fixed. This lead time is fixed, and the demand during this lead time also is fixed, because mostly the fluctuation will happen during lead time only. Because till lead time, till from here till here, the time, there won't be any problem. Even though there is up and down, then that they can take care of. During lead time only, this more fluctuations will happen, and that fluctuations are also fixed. Demand rate is fixed during lead time also. That's it. Okay, and that is what is called deterministic models. And we have 4 deterministic models that we are going to discuss. EOQ model, right? Production model, some discount model, safety stock model. All this means not safety stock, the shortage model. So all these 4 models will be discussing under deterministic inventory models. And next is probabilistic model. And probabilistic model, of course, demand and lead time are not fixed. We don't know. It is real life situation. So demand rate and lead time are not fixed. Okay, real life situations. What is that? So these models represent the real life world conditions where there is uncertainty of demand rate and lead time. In these models, we need to carry safety stock. We need to carry safety stock. That is why it's very important. So are we going to require safety stock in deterministic models? No. Why? You know how much it is going to consume, how much it is the demand rate, and you know how many days it is going to take for a product to reach you. So there is no need to carry safety stock at all. Perfect. real life situation. But in probabilistic model, anything can happen. Let's say you let me draw the diagram here. Okay. So this is the lead time. So let's say it is happily going, and suddenly during lead time it has dropped. Okay, let me draw the diagram again neatly. There is a sudden drop here during lead time. During lead time, what happened? Instead of it has to come till here, it has consumed at this point only, right? So now this is the time out of stock, right? Right? Because you ordered here, it has to come. The order was supposed to come here, but you are supposing the dotted line, but it has completed here itself. The other thing is out of stock, right? Right. So what is this? This is reorder level, and this is your quantity Q. Let's say, okay. And this out of stock, how do you compensate this out of stock? You can compensate this out of stock by having the
stock.
Yes, we have to use buffer stock. Okay, so as we are using safety stock or buffer stock, that's the reason why it's called safety stock models. That's why it's called safety stock models. That's it. Okay, and from tomorrow we'll be discussing about different notations, and then we'll be discussing some deterministic models like Eeci model and all those things. Any doubts you can ask me. Thank you for listening for today. And also, one more, two things. One, is my language clear and audible? Any internet fluctuations, please let me know. And two, how is my handwriting? Is it good, bad? Let me know. And how is the pace? Am I going fast, slow? Should I increase my pace? Should I decrease my pace? Or should I go at the same pace? Can you answer all of this? Hello? 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 Guys?
Sir,
How is the pace? How is the pace?
everything is fine, sir.
Everything is fine. So I should go with the same pace?
Same, sir. Same. Same.
Okay. Good, good. Thank you. And
Thank you,
handwriting, writing wise is okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay then. Good. And I'll maintain the same pace, same handwriting and same language and same, this thing. Thank you for listening. Let's meet tomorrow. Bye.
Thank you, sir.